Hey,
Oh,
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well also. You may be the only one in our membership orientation.
I was wondering when I hopped in, I'm like, I'm kind of funny. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you also. Sometimes they trickle in like now, and then I
Sure.
find that our members are a little bit scared about joining this. Like I know they'll watch the replay, like we'll put it on YouTube after, and we get hundreds of people watching it. But it's just so interesting how something about this one and office hours with Violet, they get like really nervous. They'll send me questions to answer for office hours with Violet, but they won't show up. Like I feel like they think I'm going to call on them. And I'm like, I would never
Nice.
call on you. Would never. Anyway, hey, Carell, I think I've met you before, correct? Your name
Uh,
sounds familiar.
yeah, it was a while back. I lived in DC some
That's right.
ago. Yeah.
So good to see you again. All right,
Oh,
so
hold
let's go
on.
ahead.
My
Go ahead.
audio. Hold on.
Okay. Um, so I'm just going to share a little bit what to expect. So we are going to walk through the membership orientation. I'm going to pretend like you guys have never ever like come across FemCity because that way I make sure I cover everything. So some of it might be a little redundant. So some of you might be like, oh, I know that. So I'm just going to walk through everything. And then I'm going to pause in between to make sure that you don't have any questions. The beginning, I'm going to cover the local membership. And then the ending, I'm going to go through the global membership. So that way you can hop off. If you're not interested in the global program, you can like totally hop off. But if you want to stay, you can stay. And you can also join me every month if you want to. Like if you want to watch it again, we're going to email it out later on today. We'll add it into our welcome page as well. And we do this every month. So you can literally join me every month if you want to. I want you guys to use all the benefits. Like that makes me so happy. If you would use a fraction of it would make me happy too. So the first thing I want to cover is FemCity's a la carte. So don't ever feel that you have to do all the pieces. Take the pieces that you need because we've been around for 14 years, which means we've been around for a long time. And we've had members that have been with us since the very beginning. So we're constantly adding benefits. It's mostly for our new members, for our older members, because they've been around for so long, they like to have something new and shiny. For those that are new to FemCity, it can be a little overwhelming, and I totally get that. There's a lot. Sometimes people join and they think it's just the local events, and then they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's local events, it's virtual networking, it's online classes. We're doing now a Wednesday class drop. We do like mentorship. You can actually do office hours with me." There's a lot of things that you can do with your membership. I'm going to also give you 3 ways that I would start because I think that will also make you feel like not so overwhelmed. So, any questions before I start? I'm going to share my screen. Okay, perfect. And if you're shy, um, sometimes I tell people to put their questions in the chat and I'll answer them anonymously. Don't do it now though, because I'm going to share my screen. So everyone will see your question. So don't do it yet. Do it when we're done sharing the screen. I just don't want people to see your question if you don't want it to be shown publicly. Okay. Move this out of the way. All right, so obviously we have a lot of things going on. Let me go back over here. So I'm just going to walk through the web page so you can kind of see where all the pieces are. This area, if you want to get to know us better or more, or if you want to know like who to contact for certain things, these tabs are here for you. Our mission, sometimes that's really an important decision when women are looking to join FemCity. So we do have that open here as well. If you want to see where we've been featured in press, sometimes people think like, oh, they've been featured in so many magazines and newspapers, they must be legit. So, we've been around for 14 years, so we're pretty legit. But in case you want to know, it's there. We have a blog, so we feature a lot of our members. We feature our global members and women that are making a difference in their community. Corporate program, you probably don't need to know that. Our DEI commitment, what we're doing to make sure that FemCity is diverse, equitable, and inclusive for all women. And then we also have a shop here for merch. If you want to buy a hat or a t-shirt or a Yeti or whatever, we have that here. So I'm not going to spend time here because that's kind of self-explanatory. And we have limited amount of time together. If you're interested in starting a FemCity community, the button is right here. It'll walk you through what we look for, the requirements, the pay, the commission that you make, the salary, blah, blah, blah. Not salary, but all the ways to monetize and the role. So there's that. Locations. So this is a great place to also get started. So we do have locations in the US and Canada. We are on average launching, it seems like, a new city a week based on the last couple of weeks. So we are starting to grow again, which is really nice. We hadn't grown in so long because of the pandemic. We're starting to grow again. So some of these communities are brand new. Some of them are coming back after the pandemic, but I would highly encourage you, if you do have a FemCity community in your backyard, reach out to your president. Even if you joined a really long time ago, or you just joined, reach out to them and say, hey, I'd like to really get involved, or I'd like to get to know you, or I'd like to, see what's coming up with the next event coming up. Like, just reach out to them, share a little bit about who you are, because that president will also, once she gets to know you, she'll be able to match you up with other members that she feels would be really good collaborators for you, or women that you need to know. So I would definitely, all you have to do is click here and it will lead you to their webpage and you can reach out to them there. So I would definitely start with that. If you don't have a FemCity community near you, and we know that we have so many women that are in other parts of the world, we do have a US and Canada virtual community. So if you're in the US, we have a virtual that they have their own programming. They do book clubs, they do coaching, they do networking events as well. And then we have one in Canada. We are also launching an international one because we have members that are coming to us now from Europe, Latin America, and India and Aruba. So we want to make sure that we have a home for them as well. So if you are not in the US and not in Canada, we do have a community that's coming just for you as well. So that's a place that I would definitely start if you have a location near you. We don't need to go through this because you're here, and this is kind of just like the membership. We're going to wait to do this towards the end, and we're going to walk through this first. So in order for you to access the member portal, you're going to have to be logged in. And you're logged in because you can press this button here and it'll tell you that you're logged in, because you can log out here. And you can also log in here as well. So I know some people think, why do you have two logins? Because sometimes women see this one and not this one, and sometimes they see this one and not this one. So we just have them both up, but they're both the exact same thing. Once you're logged in, you have access to all of these member benefits here as well. So let's start with, I'm going to leave community forum for the end because that's like a little bit more time. And I think you'll have more questions by then. Local events, the best way to sign up for your local events is to go directly to your local website. So if you are a member of Miami, you would go to femcitymiami.com. If you're a member of Nashville, you'd go to femcitynashville.com. If you're a member of Toronto, it would be femcitytoronto.com. That's the easiest way. But if you want to kind of see what's going around in the other neighborhoods and the other areas, if you're thinking about moving, or if you're thinking about changing your location to another FemCity community and you want to kind of see what's going on over there, you can search our events here. So the reason why we make it mandatory to register for our events is we want to make sure it's perfect for you. We want to make sure if it's in person, we have a spot saved for you, that your plate of food is perfect for you. If it's a workshop, we want to make sure that we've printed the materials for you, that we have a pen for you as well. So we do ask that you do register for your FemCity events. Some of them are paid and some of them are free. We do try to blend the two, so that some are free and then some are also paid. Obviously, the ones that are paid means that there's food involved or things that we had to pay for. If it's free, generally the space was donated, the swag bag was donated. And so we kind of share that with our members as well. It's really easy to sign up. So let me go ahead and pick one. You just click on it, and at the bottom, it's going to have register. So you have that way. And if it's a free one, it's going to have the same thing. It's going to have like a little register button. So you just hit register, and that's pretty simple. All right, let's go on to other benefits. So I love the virtual events. So we do have virtual events. We just started really adding more even after the pandemic. During the pandemic, obviously we were all virtual events, but we're still going to run through this. It's still so popular that we're just going to keep on going. One of my favorite tips for you. So my first one is, if you have a local community, reach out to your president. That's tip number one, or action step number one, and attend your local events, because you will make 20 friends. It will make you feel like you're loved, like you belong, that you finally found a family of women that support you. So that's the first tip. The second one is, I would definitely register for the virtual networking. It's every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. The reason why I think this is a really good ROI for your membership, your return on investment, is because you're going to meet 20-ish other women from around the world. And you will have a 2-minute pitch. So you'll be able to share about your brand, and you'll also be able to make friends. And we always encourage coffee chats between members. A coffee chat is my third tip. Like, the coffee chat is a way for you to reach out and get to know another member. And she's also going to get to know you as well. Generally, they're like 30 minutes long, though I've heard of some coffee chats lasting more than 2 hours, which means that, that all the conversations and all the collaborations are going strong, but generally they're about 30 minutes. And you figure out a way to work together. So the intention is, I'm going to learn about you, you're going to learn about me, and then let's figure out how we can work together. Let's say you're a dermatologist and you are a hair salon owner, right? There may not be such easy synergies with that, but it could be something like, I'm going to follow you on YouTube, or I'm going to subscribe to your YouTube channel, or I'm going to interview you on my Instagram, and then you can be on my podcast. It can be something like that too. So it's not a marriage proposal. It's not a partnership. It's just figuring out ways that you can go ahead and help each other. So I love the virtual networking. That would be my third tip for you. So moving on, we have online classes. This is another benefit that I don't see a lot of members using unless they're in like dire straits. So our intention is to make sure that you have all the tools you need and all the education you need to grow your brand and your revenue. And so you can request classes and we will find teachers for you. As an example, we have a lot of members who are interested in becoming paid speakers in 2023. So we just dropped a class last week on how to create a speaker sheet. It's a class that I taught. I know a lot of the members that took the class, they went on to create speaker sheets and they went on to get paid speaking gigs. We have one coming out on tomorrow on how to be an influencer. We have a lot of members who are interested in getting into that space. So we created a class for our members. That is all inclusive in your membership. So it's not additional cost. We have classes on money, on finances, on budgeting, on Pinterest, on how to start a Shopify, how to sell on eBay, how to sell on Poshmark. Like, we have every class. If you don't see something there and you really need something, just email us and let us know. And you'll see often we'll post in the Facebook group, hey, so we're working on next quarter's classes. What do you guys want? So Chat GPT is one of the ones coming up. We have a class coming up on how to get certified, women-owned certified, so that you can get government contracts. So those are some of the classes that are coming up because they've been requested by our members. Don't ever be shy. We're here for you. Literally, we want you to have everything that you need. These are all the replays. So if you missed one, you can always come here and listen to it on your own as well. So it's always available. If you miss a class, we totally get there's different time zones. You have different things going on. So it's always here for you. Right. So let me go through one more and then I'm going to pause for questions. Weekly planner. I mean, this is a really cute thing. This was requested by some of our members. It's just to kind of like, you can print it up and you can kind of keep track of your week. We believe in love notes, personal love notes. So, adding some love for yourself. Here's a way to track your coffee chats, your daily wins. We always, ask our members to track their daily wins so that they see how much greatness they're adding to their life and to those around them. And you can download a PDF here at the top. It should be right here at the top. Here. So you can download that. Ebooks is self-explanatory. Worksheets. This is a really hot spot too. A lot of our members love this, specifically our February worksheet. They're self-guided worksheets that you can do. February, we're still getting rave reviews about. These are worksheets that will help you to get closer to your goals, to accomplish your goals, to focus on more like personal development, but they're all here for you as well. And you can just click on it. And then it's in essence, like this is also a really good one that people still rave about. You can download it here. And then if you wonder, why is it all spelled out here? We have our website is ADA compliant for those that are hearing impaired and also visually impaired. So we do have, sometimes you'll see some copy below and not understand. It's because we really want to be there for all women. So that's part of our DEI commitment. Programs and retreats. So we do have some programs and retreats. These are paid for. We have one in Portugal. We have one for global members, presidents, and then we have one in Toronto and one in Miami for our members. These are kind of smaller retreats where you can get to know other members. I love them, of course. I personally lead them, so it fills my cup. It's really great. And then the last part is how to launch and grow a business. It's a 20-module course. This is a great course to take if you launched your business a couple years ago and maybe feel like you missed a couple steps, or if you're starting a business and you're really kind of wanting to walk through the steps, not knowing what you need. This will walk you through. The Galentine's Day project ended yesterday, so we have to remove that. But that was a really sweet project that we did. So we had members from all around the world sign up for the project, and we all committed to write 10 love notes to other members to encourage them, to motivate them. And in return, we received 10 from members as well. So it's really beautiful. I think it's our 3rd year doing it. And it's really great. I think we had close to 100 women participate. So really sweet. So we try to do events like that as well to get you all connecting and, developing relationships, which then of course lead into more opportunities and more money in your pocket. Any questions so far? Or if not, I'm just going to hop into the community forum. Okay, community forum. So we have a Facebook group that's global. And then you probably, if you have a local FemCity, you probably have a smaller Facebook group as well with just women in your neighborhood. Those are generally open to all women. If you're looking to just connect with members only, this is the place. So these are women. I like the forum better than the Facebook group because they're women that are already investing in themselves by paying for membership, which means that they're going to be continuously investing in themselves, hiring people, and also recognizing that it's important for us to invest in each other as well. So I think the ROI is definitely more in this space. So I would get involved, post, things that you have going on, comment on other people's things as well. So we have some public forums here, community coffee chats, like I was mentioning to you. If you want to do a coffee chat, you can put your Calendly link here, get to know other women. Here's kind of like the rules, the do's and do nots. We had to add this here. So it's not the time for you to hard sale. We don't believe in hard sales. We're all about community and coming together and helping each other out. So, these are kind of like little guidelines that we just had to add just to make sure that we're all in the same energy and kind of mindset. Say hello, share your wins, and then you should also have access to your local community. So if you do have a chapter, meaning that when you joined FemCity, you selected a chapter. It could be Albuquerque, Miami, or it could be virtual US or virtual Canada. You will also have space here. And that is just going to be the members in your community. I love this because you can also see the directory. You can kind of take a look to see like the members. You can reach out to them. You can message them. My version is going to look a little different, obviously, because I'm an admin, but you can message each other and you can also check out each other's profiles, which is great. If you're looking to create a project or if you're looking to launch your podcast, you can look to see what members you would want to have maybe in your community, in your podcast, or to work together. So I would definitely spend time here. As you can see, every chapter has, we just added this a couple months ago. Every chapter has their own space. So I would definitely spend time here. What I also love about the forum is that as you post anything in these groups, it automatically emails it out to your local members. So let's say you wanted to go ahead and do a Habitat for Reuse event on Saturday and you wanted to go with some girlfriends. You could post, hey, I'm going to do this Habitat for Reuse on Saturday. Anybody want to come with me? Once you post it, it will email out to the members. So you have access to that as well, which I think is really great. You can do it for your promos as well. I would just make sure that you develop relationships before you start promoting your promos, because people do business with people they know, love, and trust. So if you come in, blazing in, you're like, I'm a member of FemCity, I'm going to start putting myself all over the place. They're not going to know who you are. They're going to be like, who is this person? I don't know. So comment on their things, like add value, and then pepper in your sales and your promos. It's going to go along a lot more. It's going to go further down because they're going to know you already, and you have already invested in the community with giving advice or wisdom or just sharing love with other members. They're going to want to reciprocate to you as well. So that's my tip also. I know sometimes people come in and they're like, I added my promo 5 times on the same day and no one even liked and commented. That's it. I'm out of here. This stinks. Okay, that's not what we're about. Take the time to get to know other people. They will get to know you. That's how they will start sharing your brand. Once they fall in love with you and they get to know your work, they will share it and you will grow. We have had so many women make 6-figure incomes just by nurturing those relationships, either locally or globally. So any questions so far before I go into the global membership? Nope. Okay. All right. So the global membership is, I always view it like a PR marketing kind of component of FemCity. So it's not for everyone. The global program, if you want to hop off, you can totally hop off. The global program is for women that create content. They're either speakers, teachers, writers, coaches, people that want to expand their brand through the FemCity platform. I work more closely with them. We meet every Wednesday. We do Pink Violet's Brain. We do small support circles. We ask each other like for help. It's about 200 women in that program, and they're from all parts of the world, but it's generally for content creators. So again, a coach, writer, speaker, teacher, panelist, if you want to be on our panels, that's the global program. Every time I get a speaking opportunity, I post it there for them. We've had some of our global members get into like Good Morning America. We've had them get into Success Magazine because we're constantly talking about ways they can go ahead and get into those magazines and those opportunities. As I get stuff, I share it with them because they're looking for those opportunities. It's not that the global program is better than the local program. They're both very valuable. It's just the conversation is different in the global program, meaning that we're always talking about how to grow a brand outside of our zip code. So not everyone needs that in their life. Not everybody, listen, I had a Pilates studio for 10 years. I had a couple locations in the same zip code. The global program would not have made sense for me, right? I have like a physical Pilates studio. Why do I care if I'm, teaching somewhere else? My goal was just to grow it in that community. So it is different conversation, different goals. But if you are looking to be featured in those platforms and to kind of grow your speaking, your coaching, that's the one for you. All right. Any questions? No questions. And I have this cot back here. I didn't realize it looked so, my daughter's sleeping downstairs because we're renovating upstairs. So I was just like, oh, that's like, and then the air vent. This is our new air vent. So it looks a little crazy. All right. Well, welcome to FemCity. If you've been a part for a long time. Abby, what city are you in?
I'm in Connecticut.
Oh,
Not
great.
a city, but I'm in Milford, Connecticut. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Connecticut. But.
Yeah, well, we're launching West Hartford, Connecticut.
Yes, I just heard. So Jen Melville, you may know Jen. I know she's been with FemCity for a while. Her and I are in a separate networking thing, and she kept mentioning it, and I kept forgetting about it. So I just joined last week. So
great, I love her. Yeah, Jen now runs our virtual US chapter.
Yeah, she's
awesome.
Great.
And Abby, what city are you in? Oh, not Abby.
I'm Allison. I'm Allison. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh,
I just joined last month, so yeah.
Yay!
Thank you.
They have so many great programs there. That Des Moines chapter is hopping. I love that they do things for like new moms. They do things for, Erin is doing such a great job there. I hope to make it out there this year, hopefully. Last year, my flight was canceled.
I heard that. Yeah.
Well, I was on the plane. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh no, you were on the plane?
I was on the plane and I sat on the tarmac for like 2 hours and I kept texting Erin, and it was the day before the event. So I was like, oh, it'll be fine. Cause I took the early flight thinking like, even if they cancel 2 more, I could get in the evening flight. So after 2 hours, they were like, all these problems with the plane. And they're like, okay, get off the plane. And then we're going to redirect you. And so they redirected me, but it was like to Chicago the next day. And then from Chicago, I would have made it to Des Moines like 8 o'clock at night, which is like after the event would have already happened. So yeah, it was like 4 hours of my life. I'm just sitting there like, oh, sorry, Erin, I won't be able to make it. But I love Des Moines. I love Des Moines. I love going. It's a great city.
It's a great city.
And where are you based, Violet?
I'm in Miami.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm in Miami. So people think I'm in New York, but I'm like, no, it's my husband that's like working in New York. He's there like every other week or every week.
Oh, wow.
Or they think I'm in Toronto. I'm like, no, Lynn's in Toronto. I'm here in Miami. So well, if you guys need anything, let us know. If you ever need any kind of like, if you have a membership question, the email for Kyra is hello@femcity.com. So if you're like, oh, I forgot my passcode, or I don't know, who's my president again, or what's that replay, or I don't know, whatever you need, we're here for you. We don't work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's the only thing. Trying to get balance in everyone. So we generally are light on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you email, we had one time, like a couple weeks ago, we had a member email us Friday night like at 8 o'clock. Saturday night, she emailed again. And then Sunday she canceled and she was so angry. And I was like, can you just give us like a little bit of time to like, just respond? So just give us some love. Like we're all human. We're all human over here.
A little compassion goes a long
Yeah, just a
way.
little love, like just wait till Monday, like so anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much for trusting us to be part of your journey. And I look forward to getting to know you guys better and more. And welcome again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.